My name is Melissa Divan. I'm an associate attorney at VA Disability Group LLC, and today I'm going to talk about the C&P examination for breast conditions and disorders. First, I'll go over some symptoms of breast conditions and discuss paths to service connection. Next, I'll go over the regulations that provide the ratings for these conditions and disorders. Finally, we'll review a DBQ, or Disability Benefits Questionnaire, pertaining to breast conditions and disorders to prepare you for your exam. The DBQ is the form that the examiner gets from the VA to be used in determining your rating for a condition. Some things you can expect at the exam: discussion pertaining to your medical history, symptoms, onset, diagnosis, and treatments or surgeries, a physical examination, diagnostic testing and/or imaging. This DBQ encompasses injuries and tumors of the breast, removal of the breast, and breast cancer. Symptoms of breast conditions may include changes in the size, shape, or overall appearance of the breast or the nipple. Other symptoms could be discharge or bleeding from the nipple or general changes in the skin surrounding the nipple. It is important to note that all genders can be affected by conditions of the breast. Service connection could be granted on a direct basis, meaning that you have a current diagnosis, you suffered an injury, illness, or event while you were in service on active duty, and that there is a link between your current diagnosis and the in-service injury, illness, or event. Service connection is also possible on a secondary basis in relation to an already service-connected condition. Service connection could also be granted based on exposures. With the passage of the PACT Act, the VA now considers breast cancer a presumptive condition related to burn pits. A presumptive condition means that you do not have to prove that there is a medical connection or nexus between breast cancer and your military service to receive VA disability benefits. Regulation 38 CFR Section 4.116 outlines the VA's schedule of ratings for gynecological conditions and disorders of the breast. The VA rating schedule includes ratings of 0 to 100%. The VA rating determination considers the resulting loss of the tissue in the breast from treatment and/or surgeries. The VA rates breast cancer at 100% while the cancer is active and for 6 months after treatment, at which time the veteran will be rescheduled for examination. Residuals of breast conditions and disorders, including scars, lymphedema, disfigurement, and other functional impairments, will be rated separately under the appropriate diagnostic codes and rating schedules. It is important to note that female veterans who have had a mastectomy or partial mastectomy are eligible for special monthly compensation. Now we'll walk through the DBQ. The examiner will complete page 1 based on the request from the VA and their review of relevant evidence in your file. Page 2 includes discussion regarding diagnosis of breast conditions and your medical history and treatment. Section 1 covers the diagnosis or diagnoses that pertain to your breast. Section 2 covers your medical history. You should be prepared to describe when your condition began and if you have a history of neoplasms, whether those neoplasms were malignant or benign. If there was malignancy, you will also be asked if there was current or currently are metastases and to describe the locations. Section 3 is specific to treatment and surgery and the dates on which those treatments and/or procedures occurred. Section 3 begins on page 3 and is pertinent information about the treatment and surgery. Section 4 is specific to the objective findings and residuals from treatment and/or surgery. Section 5 provides space for the examiner to note any other pertinent physical findings, complications, or conditions, signs and/or symptoms related to any condition listed in the diagnosis section. This includes discussion related to any scarring or disfigurement of the skin related to any conditions or treatment for the conditions included in your diagnosis section. If you have related scars or disfigurement, then the appropriate dermatological DBQ should also be completed. Section 6 begins on page 4 and is specific to diagnostic testing and the findings and results of those tests or imaging. Section 7 speaks to the functional impact of your condition, specifically the impact it has on your ability to work. You should be prepared to discuss any and all of the ways in which your condition prevents you from living a normal life. Section 8 provides space for the examiner to include any additional remarks or pertinent information. Section 9 is simply for the examiner's credentials, certification, and signatures. It's ideal to have all of your VA and private medical records available for the examiner to review, which is typically the case. If any of your medical records are unavailable, be sure to have detailed notes with you that you can share the important information with the physician during your exam. That concludes this video. If you would like more information, just click on the links provided below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our page for more content, resources, and information about your VA disability benefits.